The 3 best advice from rich people on how to become rich are: number 1, profits are better than wages.
Profits are better than wages. Once I understood that, I got rich. Nobody taught me that in high school. I went to college for a year and a half and never heard it. I'm 25 and broke. I'm not destitute. I'm broke. Too much month at the end of the money is broke. And I finally hear this philosophy: profits are better than wages. Now here's the phrase that goes with it. Wages make you a living, which is fine. Profits make you a fortune, which is super fine. And you can live both fine and super fine.
It is true that profits are better than wages, but to make profits, you need to have a business. And to have a business, you might need to start with some money. But what if you don't have the money to start a business? How then can you make profits? Well, in this situation, you might need to start by making wages, like applying for a job and earning salaries. And by the side, you can be working on a business that will make you profit in the long run. It is important to understand that there's nothing wrong with making salaries or wages and doing a job. But if you have the desire to become rich and make a lot of money, then one of the options you have is to have a business that makes you profit. And as Jim Rohn rightly said, wages can only earn you a living, like paying the bills or feeding yourself and your family. But profits can make you a fortune and make you rich. Now, the second best advice on how to become rich is be great at one thing.
I never started a business to buy a Ferrari. I just want to be great at something. You have to be passionate about one thing. Be great at one thing. The world will reward your knowledge of a very narrow field. So the analogy I always use is Tom Brady gets paid $25 million a year to throw the ball. He doesn't get paid to block. He doesn't get paid to tackle. In fact, when he does those things, people freak out. Be Tom Brady. Be good at one thing. And then be great at that one thing. Be world class at one thing.
What does it take to be great at one thing? Focus. We live in a world of distractions these days, and it's very easy to get distracted and lose focus. And there's this quote that I like very much, which says that if you don't know where you are going, even distractions will look like opportunities. And that is so true, because these days we have many people that are good at many skills but are not great at a particular skill. And jack of all trades, master of none. But if you want to stand out from the crowd, then you need to focus on a business or a skill. Only then will people be willing to pay you for the unique service or value that you offer. And an American actor known as Tyler Perry, who is worth over $1 billion, explains the importance of focus.
When a seed is planted in the ground, all you can do is water it. You cannot control the sunshine, you cannot control the weather, and you cannot control whether the locusts will come and try and destroy it. All you can do is plant your seed in the ground, water it, and believe. That is what allowed me to be in this position right now. I would not stop believing. I planted my seed. I worked really hard. I had one idea, and that was to do a play. All the other stuff came. My only idea, my only focus was to do my one play. And I knew if I could get that to work, everything else would come to pass. There's so many people who go in so many directions. This week they're doing this, and next week they're doing that, and next week they're doing this, and next week they're going to be in real estate, and the next week they're going to open a salon. And those kind of people are all over the place, and I usually try to get them to focus. Focus on one thing, one area. Put all of your energy into watering one area. If you spread the water across many, many seeds, you don't have as much water for one seed. So focus on one thing. Make it your priority and stick with it no matter what. No matter how many people told me no, no matter how many people lied to me, no matter how many times I put the show up and nobody came. The only thing is, if you're trying to get there, you cannot stop believing in any way. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody tells you, you have to know it beyond knowing it. So what I would tell you is this: don't stop. Narrow your focus to one idea, and make it work.
So, as you can see, it's important to be focused if you want to achieve your goal of being rich and making a lot of money. Finally, the third best advice on how to become rich is: the rich don't work for money.
So I had my rich dad's lesson, the rich don't work for money, in my head. I said, okay, I'm making all this money. I have a secure job, but what's beyond that? And that's where education comes in. So if I could explain this to you, it's really going to be on this theme here, because financial education is about not working for money. Like one of the first questions, when I finally realized what my rich dad was saying, I said, well, when do I never need a paycheck again? When would I never need a paycheck again? Because as long as you need a paycheck, be it from an employer or like my poor dad, he was so afraid of losing his government pension. So my old man kind of got fired. He lost his pension. It was the most frightening thing in the world to him. He had no pension. Then it was Social Security, which is even worse. Yeah. So that's why my goal when I was about your age, a little older, around 25, I said, my goal is to never need a paycheck again from anybody, even the government. I don't want any Medicare, Social Security, and just because of this here. That was the difference, because I never wanted to work for money to need a paycheck.
The rich don't work for money sounds like a very controversial statement, right? Like, what did they work for? Did they work for free? Or did they throw their money into the ocean? Well, the easiest way to explain this is a term known as passive income. Passive income is the kind of money you make without having to be physically present in the business, like without having to trade your time and effort to earn money from the business. Active income, on the other hand, means the kind of money you make from a job, like when you are working a job, having to be there at 8 o'clock and finishing by 5 p.m. Then in that situation, you are trading your time and effort to earn that money. But passive income is the opposite, because you might actually put effort into the business from the start, but along the line, you don't necessarily have to put in effort to keep making money from that business. And some examples of passive income ideas are selling products and services online, like probably courses or fashion products or books. Also, affiliate marketing is another example of passive income, where you earn commission for promoting a product that is sold. Also, another example is being an influencer online, promoting products or probably music or content for content creators. Also, investing in stock or real estate can be another example of passive income. And like I mentioned earlier, if you don't have the money to start this kind of business from the start, you can start with making wages, working a job, and earning salaries, while by the side you can be investing in these passive income ideas. What matters most is you have a plan and you're executing the plan. Now, in summary, the 3 best advice from rich people on how to become rich are: profits are better than wages, be great at one thing, and the rich don't work for money. I hope you got value from this video, and if you did, share it with friends, family, and loved ones. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get notified when I discuss more interesting topics like this. As always, I remain Abidoy, and I will see you in the next video.